Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you end up with like, dude, my dad has to take like 30 pills a day now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy,
yeah.
but the problem is he's been on these medicines for so long also that
he can't get off.
you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
Your
body's
body's so-
dependent.
Your
Exactly.
body's dependent. Yeah.
Well, like certain medicines,
Jesus.
like so for example, if I remember researching this at one point. So you can lose weight by taking I can't remember what it's called. Synthroid. So it's a thyroid medicine for people that have a underactive thyroid.
Okay.
So you can, if you got some off-label shit from like a Canadian pharmacy, you could take it and it's supposed to help you lose weight because now your thyroid is working
Okay.
hyper fast. Well, what happens though is if you don't have an underactive thyroid, you take that medicine for 3 months, 6 months, whatever it is, your thyroid will become lazy. And then now you're dependent on that medicine. So even if you didn't need it to begin with, now you do.
So you're purposely, without knowing, doing that to yourself.
Well, what I'm saying is, I wonder how many other things that does, does that. So, like, if you're prescribed like Crestor because you have high cholesterol, does your body just stop trying to get rid of the cholesterol because it's like, well, there's this drug here doing it anyway.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Same thing about
Blood pressure stuff and
insulin.
I mean, well, and that's the thing too, though, is I've read, and I don't know how true it is, but I've read a lot of things on the internet where people were saying how, you know, by changing diet and this and that and eating certain foods, they were able to like completely reverse diabetes.
I'm hearing the carnivore diet. A lot of people are saying the carnivore diet has fixed.
I keep hearing that too.
I've heard it works pretty well, but I also feel like it probably raises your cholesterol like crazy.
I think, but here's the thing too, though, is I think,
Gout, you know, all this. I've heard people get gout. Like, it's just.
but I also feel like that something like raising your cholesterol, I feel like that's temporary. But I mean, here's the thing too,
Yeah,
though.
but it also contributes to, you know, your cholesterol numbers, you know, increase that, you know, you have artery
But
blockages,
you don't have to,
valve blockages and all these things. Like, it contributes
you
to all
don't
that stuff.
have to eat fatty red meat all day. Like, you can eat chicken and fish and whatever. Like,
Fish, yeah, salmon.
you're just not supposed to
majority of
have.
people that I've seen like videos of them
They
being the
eat
carnivore,
beef.
it's like steak
It's like steak
and like
beef.
eggs
You're thinking like the
and
Liver King,
avocado
but yeah,
or something. Yeah, I'm like,
My
that's a
thing
lot.
is, how do they poop without fiber, or is fiber?
I don't know, because you're not supposed to have grains or like dairy products or anything like that. So I don't know how that's
Or
supposed to work.
fruit? They don't even have.
yeah,
fruit.
they can't have fruit. I don't think they can have.
Wait, are you supposed to have dairy products? You know, you can have dairy products,
Can
but no
have-
grains.
Yeah.
They can have avocado.
No, you can't have avocado.
Yeah, it's fat.
On the carnivore diet, I'm saying.
So you can't have avocado. I've seen people eat avocado.
You're not supposed to do like fruit stuff.
Well,
You're
they're
supposed to
not
do just like,
carnivore.
oh, sorry,
I've never
it was,
done it, but
Yeah.
they just eat meat. They just eat red meat, eggs, once in a while fish, and
Yeah.
they do eat cheese. I keep seeing a lot of.
You're right. No, I screwed up. You can have dairy because it's an animal. So it's supposed to
Yeah,
be
but dairy doesn't. make
anything
you
from an
poop.
animal.
Yeah, everything from an animal. That's right.
Unless you're lactose intolerant.
But
Yeah.
I feel like also if you did something like that for like a couple of weeks, your body would probably just adjust to figure out how to work without everything else.
It's speaking from someone who has had that experience, it does not sometimes figure it out.
I don't know.
I've had a lot of poop issues. This is now on the internet.
We need to have another conversation
I
about
still
this.
do.
We could have an hour-long conversation about poop issues.
Yeah, I'm. Oh my god.
Yeah, I can't have ice cream unless I have like a clear schedule for the next day.
You guys
Anyway.
don't even want to hear about my shit's scary.
Anyway,
Quite literally, scary shit.
well, this is riveting conversation.
Riveting. Yeah, I don't know. I think, but I think everybody just kind of needs to watch out for themselves because
Yeah.
my point is like you can't take the experts' advice because all these experts are just
They're not
paid off.
experts.
Yeah. They're people that have a degree that are getting paid by some company to say that their food is good.
They're
Yeah.
evil experts.
What was it that came out like I think it was like last year or the year before with the new food triangle? Did you see that?
I haven't looked at
Where it
I've
was
heard
like
of it, but
processed cereal was like the
top
you should
one or
have
something, like-
you should have like that's the
Yeah.
most you should have.
Yeah.
And I think it was like eggs was like you should not eat it at all. I'm like,
With
how
the
does that make
bottom.
sense?
Yeah.
Like Honey Nut Cheerios. is
Yeah,
top.
like processed freaking sugary fucking cereal is great for you, but God forbid you eat eggs. This is the most ass backward thing I've ever heard.
Do what's right for you at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like
It's a crazy world right now.
that's all I'm saying is I think we all just need to look out for ourselves and do our own research, because it's at the end of the day, it's, well, I mean, half the time you do your research, and if it goes against what they're trying to sell you, they just tell you it's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
That's the screwed up part.
Yeah.
I've come to believe that anytime somebody says it's a conspiracy, that's what I should be listening to. Like when it comes to like food and stuff like that, where they're like, oh yeah, no, they don't, the fluoride in the water, that's 100% okay. Don't worry about it. It's a conspiracy. Like, well, then maybe that's something I should be worried
Like a
about.
light bulb goes off. Maybe I should do my own research on that,
Yeah.
For me, I'm hearing like, I don't know, this is like, now like even the liberals know that the food, that they're putting chemicals and all this crazy stuff in our food. So I think more people
I think people in
than
general
ever,
are getting more information and doing more research and finding out this
Yeah.
information.
What was it that I heard about today?
The food is like the biggest
Oh,
thing. really.
Contributor.
Yeah.
so apparently, because the Trump administration wants to not allow people to buy like sugary drinks with food stamps, right? And apparently, one of the organizations that came out against that was like the American Heart Association, and was like, why? People should totally be allowed to buy
The American
sugary drinks.
Heart Association.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, like they were advocating for people to be able to buy soda.
They
and shit.
should have
Like,
backed them up and said, "Yeah, this is great."
Right.
well, but who pays the American Heart
I
Association?
know. That's just
the
crazy.
Coke and Pepsi
Coke,
companies.
Pepsi,
Yeah.
Frito-Lays,
I guarantee you, Frito-Lay, Kellogg, fucking what's the General Mills?
Mills,
Yeah, guarantee you, it's all of them. I guarantee.
Pepperidge Farms.
Well, here's the problem: is when you really break it down and you look at who owns what. There's only like a dozen companies that owns everything in this country.
yeah,
Like every brand in this country is owned by like a dozen companies.
yeah, that's true.
So that dozen companies, endlessly deep pockets, and all they got to do is pay somebody off. No,
Anyway.
that's fun.
All right.
Something to think about. Something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More illness.
Well,
Well, Rafi, thank you for joining us today.
thank you for
Yeah.
having me.
Yeah, it's been fun.
I appreciate
We'll
it.
do this again.
We'll do
All right.
it again.
All right.
Next time.
Absolutely.
Have a
See you
good one.
guys.
All right.
Ciao.